Good morning, Pisceanos. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep. I hope you woke up today feeling happy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you to everyone that has liked, commented, subscribed, and gave donations. Happy Thursday. All right, let's pull one of these. This is by Red Fairy. We also have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me with this message today for my beautiful Pisces people, my Pisceanos. What messages do we have for Pisces? We got abundance. We got like two fountains overflowing, right? To me, this comes out like you're going to be beating the love with a stick. Like, okay, good, okay. Like, I feel like there's this influx of adoration, love, people being nice to you, Pisces. And you know how you are sometimes. You're like, what do you want? Why are you being nice to me? But I feel very like this is your time, Pisces. People are loving on you. People are trying to show you love and appreciation. You know, maybe they made mistakes before and they want to show you that they do love you and that they want to be extra nice. Like, you don't know, it's not always for a reason. Now use discernment with that, because obviously, yes, Pisces, we know people that love bomb or gaslight, you know, all these things, you know, because they want something at the end. But I feel it more like, you know, this is your time. Like, you're due for some love. You're due for some adoration, for, you know, help, for assistance, for something new. You're due. That's the feeling. But let's go deeper and see what else. It's an overflowing, I feel like, of appreciation for you. Spirit, tell me more. Look at that. The Tower. It's going to come very suddenly too. Hold on. Four of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. You got two aces, meaning something new, Pisces, is coming in. But let's see. Hold on. This is sudden. It's almost like there was a house of lies, or like a house was being built here and the universe came and just threw it away and was like, nope, not today, Satan, type of energy, and destroyed it all. Like that quickly, Pisces. I always say to you that all it takes is one hand from God and everything changes for you. And that might be why you're kind of like in the place of, you know, like you weren't expecting this. You weren't expecting this amount of generosity, of love, of an outpouring from the universe. Like, it's like, what is happening here? You almost feel like you're in the twilight zone. Like, there's a lot of changes that I feel like is happening for you. And it may be scary. You may be a little defensive towards it, but just, I feel like this is for your higher good. This is for the betterment of your life. So I feel like this, I don't know, like defensiveness towards this change or this love or this adoration, because you've always had to keep your guard up and have a strong sense of discernment. But I'm seeing here, Pisces, where it's like this fast moving energy of change, this change of people that are now loving on you. Put down a little bit, relax, calm down, Pisces, and like let it in a little. Oh, it feels good, right? This is different. You know, I don't have to watch my back, or, you know, like, it's just calm it down. Like, I can feel it and I'm trying to like put it out there. I have this Four of Swords, which is the energy of peace, which is what I'm trying to do right now, right? Like, don't jump at it. Don't get defensive at it. Like, what do you want? What's your end game here? You know, like, that's how you feel, Seven of Wands. Like, what's your end game? The universe is like, hey, Pisces, I'm trying to show you love. Just take it. Just take it. Like, okay, all right, be at peace with it. So that's what I'm getting here, Pisces. This could also mean that when something happens and changes are starting to happen real quickly, whatever's easiest to do, whatever's the most passive thing to do, let it happen. Just let it come through, Pisces. Let this new energy come through. It's coming in with a force. And it could be very scary of how everything is changing so rapidly and so quickly, but it's for your own good. I don't know, I felt the universe yesterday very strongly. Like we this is how quickly, like I said, it could move. It just happens. And if you're not taking it slow and peaceful, you'll think it's something to fight, and it's not something to fight. I know why you're like that. I get it. But for your own good, take a seat, Pisces. Chill the F out. I got the Two of Swords here. You're going to be thinking a lot. I feel you kind of in your head, and you're just going to be thinking a lot, like, what is happening? Can I trust this person? Can I trust this situation? Don't psych yourself out. Now, there's a strong sense, because there's so many of you, please use discernment with everything that you do, but at the same time, recognize the signs from the universe that, yes, we're making all these big changes so that you can have something better and better for yourself, more loving for you, and it's like, because I kind of felt like there was this thing that you were like kind of standing there and battling, hey, back up, everyone, and next thing you know, it's like everything changes, and you're like, things don't change like that. Things can't just change like that. And then you have God like a meme on the side, and it's like, watch me, watch it. Something that I've recognized as the hand of God, or Jesus, I'm really close with Jesus, is that Jesus likes to prove you wrong, but like in a healthy way. You know how you got assholes sometimes that like to like try to take you down a notch or take you off your pedestal? No, that's not what he does. He tries to lift you up higher into a bigger pedestal. So the things that you think can never happen, like, nah, these people don't love me, or nah, I'm not going to make it in this job. And then he's like, watch me work. And then he comes and he does the impossible. And then you're standing around, and I've literally heard him snicker sometimes, like, and I'm like, because he likes to show me that I don't know anything, and that his power is limitless. This is a low example. I'll give you a low example. But when my daughter was being born, I told my mom, because she loved those little blonde hair, blue eye babies. She took care of a few and she loved it. So I'm just like, your granddaughter will not be light hair or light eyed, because I was with somebody that had darker hair and darker eyes. So I told her that. So stupid. But so I just remember, like, she was born and her hair was blonde and her eyes were light. They were very, very light. And I was like, staring at this baby. Actually, my mom woke me up and was like, Susan, look. And so I looked over, like I was all beat up in the bed, I remember. And I looked over at her because she had her eyes open. And there they were, shining lightly. And I can hear the snicker again, like, I'm like, so he, but that's a low one, because it didn't matter what color her eyes were. It's more of like, don't underestimate me. Don't tell me that something is impossible, because I'm show you where that thing that you may want, or that desire that you may want, is very possible for you. So don't underestimate me, because I will prove you wrong in that way, in a very loving way, not in the assholey way, because there's people that try to knock you down there, Pisces. But let's go deeper and see what else. Spirit, tell me more. 8 of Wands. He's a funny guy. Jesus, yes. I think it's because he's part human, so he has this little, like, I don't know, a little humorous with the swag, All right. I got a deeper one for you, actually. Let me see. So it's not mine actually, but it is my cousin's one, which was actually really sad. But for her, it was her children were born with some type of issue, like mental health issue. And, she always blamed herself because she thought, oh, she took the morning after pill. Maybe that's what it was. And she had help because there was the father side of the family and him that were all saying, things like, oh, it was probably something you ate. It probably was the morning after pill. All these things. And so she blamed herself, oh, you need to do this with them, this type of tutor, this type of doctor, this. And she just was like never feeling like it was good enough. And then one day, this is all messages, Pisces. And then one day she got this random just message on how she got this free, she was on Medicaid too. So she got this free way of getting a genetic testing because Medicaid don't pay for that, well, it did in the past when she wasn't on in the past. And so she was like, all right, why not? So she did it. And the genetic test came back and it said there was there was a problem, right, with the dad's side of the family. So they both heard the news at the same time. The information, they both got it at the same time. They were sitting there. He was in shock, she told me. He did not see that coming. And so sometimes, Pisces, it's like that too, especially when you're tormenting a person with information. You're tormenting them with, pointing a finger, saying something wrong, and the next thing you know, Jesus and God show up, and it's just like unequivocally wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you were wrong. So that is what I didn't even say that word, but I probably didn't even say it right, Pisces, but that's what I got. I do have the Tower here with the Knight of Swords. This is a fast moving energy. Everything's moving quickly. I told you. This change is you can go from 1 minute from, you thinking that you were the problem or whatever, and unequivocally it's not you, thinking that something cannot be possible, and it's like, things are changing and moving in that direction so quickly that you're just like, I don't trust it. I'm defensive towards it, and it's like, no, just chill, Pisces. Let this happen. This needed to happen. Like, that's how fast everything is moving these days, Pisces. I don't know what you got to do to calm down. 5 of Swords with the 5. I'm sorry, 4 of Swords with the 5 of Swords. I'm sorry, I couldn't see my numbers for whatever reason. There's going to be a lot of pettiness that kind of jump in this change. Like, I see things that are moving so quick that your level of understanding is not even there yet. It's just not, like, you're kind of defensive towards the change a little, Pisces. It's okay, and this is good because it helps to confirm what you were thinking. Like, is this change good for me? Is everything moving so quickly, even though I see that there's some weirdness or some pettiness that is happening around the way, like, and should I be defensive? And the universe is saying no, like, relax with this, because the pettiness is happening because people are losing control, because people are seeing that somehow things are moving they're seeing it too, that this is moving in your favor as well, Pisces. So that's where the pettiness is going to start coming up. Like, wait a minute. Why are people liking Pisces? What is happening? Why are things changing so quickly right now? So it's like, I got to do something. See, they're doing the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. Just let it happen. So you will see things that will try to take you out of your sleep, out of your place of peace. And it's just like, don't interact. Let the universe do its thing. It's wreaking havoc. It's making moves. A lot of abundance of messages are coming in to a lot of different people that needed to hear the things they needed to hear, kind of like that message like that. Like, I just see it. Like, there's a lot of things that people needed to hear, and it's coming out. So, not by you. The universe, however the universe decides to tell people, is how it's going to tell people. All right, I hope this is making sense. 2 of Swords and then the Queen of Swords. You know what it's reminding me of? Because Queen of Swords is a highly intelligent person. Crows. I've been inundated with, you don't even know, like they are in my sleep. I dream about them. I'll be watching a show and the show has a crow in the background. I'm driving in my car. The crow is following me, like the movie The Crow, you know, like it's just following me. And I'm just like, you know, feeling like the movie, because you know how us Pisces are. I'm just like, oh, wow. There was a day here that I was sitting here and it was pitter pattering on my roof, and I was feeling like Edgar Allan Poe, you know, with the Raven. So I really have been diving deep into the crow spirit and everything, and I've realized that they're highly intelligent. There's one story with the crow where it was trying to get the meat out of like a shell, like a sea creature, and it was trying to get the meat and it couldn't. So what it did was it grabbed it, lifted it all the way high up into the sky, and then dropped it, and then swooped down and ate the inside because the shell cracked. So it's all about adaptability, creativity, and intelligence. Be all of those things at this time is what I'm feeling. Don't be scared. Don't be hiding. Some of you may feel a little anxious because I'm starting to feel it. There's like so much change. I don't know. What do I do? Who do I trust? I don't know what's going on. And it's like, the less you do, the slower you move, the better off you'll be. Put it that way. As things are changing for you. Things are happening for you. Yes, that's a saying, and that's what I'm feeling here. I got the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. I wasn't lying. Three of Wands is for your highest good, your highest form, your highest purpose. I do feel some, like Ace of Pentacles a lot of times is money, Pisces. I do feel money. Let me do one more. Let me see something. Money. It could be a person as well too, but let's see. Could be like a new business. It could be something that you find judgment. A calling. Could be like a life purpose. Crazy. You didn't even think you would be in this field of life. How do I say this? Like, or not just feel, like, this is something that you fucked around and you found out. Like, oh, I'm actually good at this. You might have even been helping someone else or seen it from somebody else. And then you realized you were good at it somehow. And I can feel where you're going to be defensive towards that too a little. Like, but I never thought it, you know how crazy it'd be like if like a Pisces wants to be a politician, you know, like something so out of the realm. Well, that's, you know, I'm not going to say most, I'm going to say a good half of you, because I do feel like a lot of you would make good politicians, but it's just an example. It's like you were an artist, you were this and you were that. And then one day another phase of your life comes in where you kind of see, wow, I have a natural talent for this. I doubt it's politics, but I'm just giving it as an example. Like, I'm actually good with the people. Like, who, me? I was the person that nobody liked in school. You know, examples. I am hearing I like to think the best of me is still hiding up my sleeve. I don't even think you had that card in you. It happens because you see someone doing it, you see, you know, something about it, you touch it a little bit, like somehow you get involved with it, and then you realize, wow, I'm really good at this. This is definitely a version of yourself, of your future self, that I don't feel like you ever would have guessed that that's who you would have been in life. Because it's an untapped talent of yours. What advice do we have for Pisces? The energy is strong here. Magician and the Hermit. You're going to be tapping into some old soul wisdom. Making lemonade from lemons is what I'm feeling. So this situation that may have started with you being very defensive, and it's like you're finally going to let in the good stuff and be like, okay, wait a minute. Okay. Let me tap into this power. Let me tap into this place. What else are you going to do, Pisces? There's something about the destruction. Like there's destruction, there's chaos. It's like things are changing. I don't know if you are doing this, but I kind of feel like it's more so the universe that is saying this is enough. This time is over. That sometimes the universe pushes us. They don't just give us a hand, but they push us into something. And we're like, ah! But, you know, I remember I saw a meme where there was two people on a roller coaster, and the spirit guide is there holding a young child's hand, which is supposed to be you. And they're like so smiley and excited. Meanwhile, you're like, ah, like that. So this is what I'm feeling. So your goal is to remain calm, number one. And number two, keep tapping into the knowledge that you already have. There's something inside of you that you already know, that you already have. It's a natural talent. And it feels like you need to go more into that talent, like bring it out more, do it more, practice it more, get into that more, learn, you know, this is what I'm feeling. This is a teacher. Learn more about it. Because you're good at it, Pisces. That's what I'm feeling. So it could be a teacher as well. Maybe some of you didn't realize you had a really knack for teaching kids, and somehow you had these kids with these disabilities, and that could be why I said what I said earlier about my cousin's kids. And you don't know why, but it's like maybe you have a knack for this, for teaching kids, for somehow giving them that wisdom, like something that was inside of you, right? And it's like everyone can try to do it the same way, but then there's this natural thing that came that it's not like, it's maybe words, it's comfort, it's a plan, or I don't know, and it brings them out. It helps people. All right, let's do career and money, but I'm going to do it with this deck. Intense, when you get stuff like this, like I can feel the intensity of how everything is moving and shaking. Biggest thing that I'm getting is let it happen, Pisces. Good things can happen to you. I know you know that, but this is in a very magical type of way. So it's about time. That's what I'm feeling. It's about time it started, like, because maybe something that you were doing wasn't helping or wasn't working, but it's like the universe is definitely crashing in at this time. Spirit, tell me more. King of Cups. 8 of Cups, and the Magician. We got double Magician, Pisces. Something wasn't working. If any of you are planning on leaving your job, or elevating in some way, because 8 of Cups could be read as moving on to something better. I do feel like keep it quiet with the King of Cups there. There's a lot of like emotional instability in your work environment. That's what it is, emotional instability. And I feel like you need to keep away from that, step away from that. Like, I think you've been very, that there was a lot of feelings. There was a lot of emotions that were going on at work, and maybe it was hurting you. You know, maybe you were absorbing everybody's problems, because you know how you are, Pisces. A lot of times you can sit in an environment and you absorb like a sponge everything that everyone's feeling and everyone's doing and how they feel about the situation. And I just hear like, enough, like a silence of it. Like you need to step away from it because there is something better for you. You got to walk away from some type of noise that's going on. There's big transformations, magician. It's like by magic, Pisces. It feels like magic. It's like the power of God. Like, don't underestimate what I can do. Watch me do what you think I can't. All right. Let's close this off with the Oshos. This is everything you've ever asked for. And I saw it again. You can have it. If you want it, you can have it, Pisces. Spirit, tell me more. Oh, look at that. The completion with the Lovers, harmony. Pisces, you can have it all. You can have it all. You can have a loving relationship with a person. You can have this feeling. Look, double third eyes. Like, let your third eye lead the way, Pisces, because like your intuition is on point these days. Like, I could feel it. It's really on point. I got the celebration here in the reverse, so it almost feels like people were celebrating because they thought this was going to hit you as well. I don't know, there's something about this pettiness that I feel like is spewing out because people are starting to see that where the glory is going to, where the good things are going to, or who's benefiting all from this, and little things are going to start popping up, but they're no match for, when God comes in and says checkmate, or the final piece of the puzzle. No more gossiping, no more celebrating or trying to maneuver this. Like, I call the shots here. I'm the shot caller here, and when I say this is done, this is done. If you're meant to be with someone, you're going to be with them because God said so. If this is about a job, because God said so, because it belongs to you. All right, Pisces, I hope you liked the reading. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.